Hello everyone, welcome back in another video. Today, date is 8th of October 2022, and in today's video, we are going to see the introduction to the Angular. In our previous videos, we are discussed about the Java, core Java, then Spring, and now we are going to see Angular. That means we are going to see that complete full stack developer course. In that course, we are step by step see all that scenario regarding Java, Spring, the database, SQL, and now in our final stage, we are going to see Angular. So Angular is nothing but it is a um, it is an open source. It is a open source of a JavaScript framework. So, before going to see that point, let's we see what is meant by open source. There are mainly two types of source code are there. That is the open source and free source. So, open source means that applications or that files which we are downloading or storing in our machine or in our device, that properties and all those support files are stored in our machine. That means if that company or that server, suppose take an example of a Java is a open source. That means we are downloading the Java JDK kit. That time we download the complete set of their source codes. That means that data will be stored in our Java. If Java can conclude that if Java is get shut off, Java get that time also there is not any kind of change in our machine. That means there is not dependency on a Java company. But if that source is a free, that means we are only used to able their UI. We only communicate with their user interface. That means if suppose the UI, the free source is a Facebook or Instagram, that means we are not store that source code within our device. We only extract the data from our UI. That means we can communicate through UI to their databases. If that Facebook or Instagram can have any trouble in their company issue, that time if they shut down their server, directly our server, our Facebook or Instagram should be shut down. So that is the difference between free source and open source. Now we're going towards the Angular. So in an Angular, we can write complete script in our TypeScript. So TypeScript is nothing but it is the next version of a JavaScript. That means as we know, our Angular is a JavaScript based framework. That means it's supported by a Java. Framework means that frameworks can contain a source of code. That means it contains some pre-written code. By using that pre-written code, we are able to create some web pages, web applications, and server sites by using that frameworks. That's why the framework is very much important in our programming. So by using Angular, we are able to create the web pages, the web applications, and uh, device basis application. That means the applications which are run at a offline. We can able all those create all these applications or servers by using a Angular. So Angular is use HTML syntax for the creating the for the creating their syntax or for the creating the aesthetical view within our uh, UI. That means by using HTML tags, we implement the headers, we implement the set of data, we implement the images within our UI. So, in previous videos, we have discussed the complete structure of a um, complete structure of a database communication. That means it starts from a UI to the our data, UI to the our server, intermediate server, and from that server to the database. So previously they are using a MVC structure. That means that consists the controller, module, and view. So that MVC structure is at a middle level. That means the data comes from UI, it comes into the controller. Controller make a decision to allow that data or not, and that data can be transferred towards the module. Module directly communicate with the database. That is, we are learn our SQL database. That database can fetch the data as per the requirement. If data is available, it go toward the view, and view can communicate with the UI. That means view can display the data which are stored within our database as per their requirement. Suppose if data is not present, or the condition which they are viewing is not fulfilled by the database, that time it directly return the message of unsatisfactory. That means there is not data is available, or any kind of message which we have to show to the user, that can be conveyed from the view to the UI. So in that scenario, our database, we are using a SQL for their intermediate sections. That time there, in that scenario, there was the time dependency is more, because the functionality on a server is huge, because they including the parameter of performance as per their business logic, and also they have to maintain the quality of interface. That means the aesthetical view of our interface they should have to maintain. That's why the whole load is comes on their servers. That's why for remove that trouble, they are implementing the separate particular section for the particular works. That time they implementing a spring between the interface and database. That interface can contain only business logic. That means it's having the logical things that which are need to implement some data, or which are need to implement some logic from the database, and by using the with the help of a data which is stored in database, we can use that data by using the business logic. That means that business logic does not matter the what kind of interface is looking like, or it does not matter the which are tags are used in HTML, but that our Spring can have one parameter to convey, that is to the improve the performance of their code. That's why it put complete focus on that on this parameter which are helps to improve the performance of the projects. That comes into the Spring. That is our decision making section or business logic section. After that, we passing that. That means in our structure there is a controller and module. So that controller module comes into the Spring, and a remaining view can convey into the Angular. That means now Angular can contain all those features which are visible to the user. That means by using Angular, we can pass the parameter which we have to show to the user. That means our Angular can have some parameters which works on that. The Angular does not have any effect, or does not need to see that our program is overloaded or not. That means the time dependency should not important for the Angular. Angular must have or must require the aesthetic view. That means for the requirement of their tags, HTML and CSS, the what things are important for the aesthetically point of view. That means the to show that user interface as attractive and unique. That all the terms comes into the Angular. That is the real function of that is the real parameter which we are considering as the working on a Angular. That means all the kind of background in our interface, the boxes or comment boxes or login ID password boxes, all the shape of that boxes, the color of tabs, different shapes of that tabs, and all those parameter aesthetic and ergonomics. That means the cancel button at the right top side of the page, or submit button at the location of that submit button as per their accessibility or usability. That means user can work as a freely with that interface. That means it does not have any kind of trouble at the time of using that interface. Then all the parameters comes under the our Angular while we are using Angular for creating a UI. So that we are consider all those parameters under the UI, and our Angular can maintained by the Google. That means it contain all those their properties, or which are the updates, or there are new features coming into the Angular that can be maintained by the Google. So Angular can have some of the main features. The some main features of Angular are like a DOM. That means document object module. After that, the next module, next feature is the TypeScript. Then testing, and then fourth one is the data balancing. Data balancing is a dependence on the traffic on the UI. So we can discuss some points from the features. Let's we discuss the DOM. That is the document object module. DOM create a tree structure of that HTML tags and objects which are written in Angular. That means it produces a tree structure regards the documentation. If we have to any change in our Angular, that time the complete tree structure of our DOM get updated. That means it helps to make a directly prior changes on the UI by using a DOM. So that is the one of the feature which we are mainly using in our Angular. So there are different types of feature. We can discuss all those features in our next videos. So that is the overall about the introduction to the Angular. Thank you.